I shall never have my hair cut again. It looks as though I've been cropped for the militia, and I was particularly emphatic in my instructions to the hairdresser who only cut the ends off. He must have thought I meant the other end. Never mind, I shan't find anyone to care about it so early. 8 o'clock, I declare I haven't a moment to lose. Fate has placed the most punctual Gremke in particular of all hatters, and I must fulfill my destiny. Open lock, whoever knocks.
Good morning, Mr. Cox. I do hope you slept comfortably.
I can't say I did, Miss B. I should feel accommodated to you if you could accommodate me with some more protuberant bolsters. The one I've got should have a handful and a half at each end, and nothing whatsoever in the middle.
Anything to accommodate you, Mr. Cox?
Then hold this glass while I finish my toilet.
Certainly. Why, I do declare, you've had your hair cut.
Cut? It strikes me I've had it mowed. Thank you for mentioning it, but I'm already sufficiently aware of the absurdity of my personal appearance. And now for my hat. That is the effect of having one's hair cut. This hat could be quite tightly before. Luckily, I've got 2 or 3 others. This one's pleasant. Yes, this one seems to wobble rather less than the others. And now I'm off.
I suppose you'll be back at your usual time?
Yes, 9 o'clock. And you needn't mind my firing in the future, Miss B. I'll do it myself. And I wish to call to your attention a fact that has been evident to me for some time past, and that is that my colds go remarkably fast.
Hello, Mr. Cox!
Not only the case of my colds, Miss B, I've noticed a gradual but steady increase in the evaporation of my wood, candles, sugar, and lucifer matches.
Well, Mr. Cox, you certainly don't suspect me.
Oh, no, I don't say I do, Miss B. I only wish you to distinctly understand that I don't think it's the cat.
Is there anything else you've got to grumble about, sir?
Grumble? Miss B, you both have such a thing as a dictionary.
No, sir.
Then I'll lend you one. And if you turn to the letter G, you'll find grumble. Verb neuter, to complain about a cause. Now that's not my case, Miss B. And while we're on the subject, I wish to know how it is I frequently find my room filled with smoke.
Oh, yes, I suppose the chimney.
The chimney. The chimney doesn't smoke tobacco, Miss B. I'm talking of tobacco smoke.
Oh, why, yes, of course, that must be it.
At present, I'm entirely of your opinion. I'm the most distant idea of a particle of what you're talking about.
Oh, the gentleman in the attic, sir.
The gentleman in the attic?
Yes, there he sits all day long with his feet upon the mantelpiece.
The mantelpiece? That strikes me as being a considerable stretch, Miss B, of either your imagination or the man's legs.
Well,
I presume you mean the fender of the hall.
Sometimes one, sometimes t'other. Anyway, there he sits all day long and puffs away into the chimney, I say he does.
Ah, then you would say that this man's smoke, instead of emulating the example of all other types of smoke going up the chimney, sees fit to strike a singularity by taking the contrary direction. From the outward appearance of this man you're speaking of, I wasn't hesitant to set him down as a man connected with the printing interest.
Yes, sir.
And is he the same man I invariably meet coming up the stairs when I'm going down, and going down the stairs when I'm coming up?
Yes, sir, and a very respectable young gentleman he is.
Yes, well, now I'm off. And by the by, Miss Bounce, would you be good enough to buy a half-penny worth of milk for me, and let it stand? I wish to let the cream accumulate.
Oh, good, he's gone at last. I do say I was in tremble for fear to know what to do if he would not leave before Mr. Cox arrived. Well, by the by, they haven't met yet, and they're not likely to do so either. I might say I'm pretty wise about that, I do. Since one works during the day and the other during the night, I'm getting double rent for one apartment, and neither of my lodgers are any of the wiser for it. I must remember what becomes the head of the bed becomes the foot of the bed. I do declare, people's tastes do differ so. Oh, gosh. Oh, yes, and I must remember the key where he always finds it.
mind your own business, bouncer.
You're mighty pale in the face, too.
What color would you have a man be who's been sitting up all night writing long leads for the daily paper?
But then you've all the day to yourself.
So it would seem. Far be it from me, bouncer, to hurry your movements, but I feel it only right to acquaint you with my immediate intention of divesting myself of my garments and going to bed.
Oh, Mr. Box!
Stop! Can you inform me who that individual is that I invariably meet coming up the stairs when I'm going down, and going down the stairs when I'm coming up?
Oh, yes, the gentleman in the attic, sir.
Oh. There's nothing very remarkable about him, except his hats. I mean him in all sorts of hats. White hats, black hats, hats with broad brims, hats with narrow brims, hats with naps, hats without naps. In short, I've come to the conclusion that he's professionally and individually associated with the hat religious.
Yes, sir. And, by the by, he did request of me one small favor.
Did he, and what's that?
That you don't smoke quite so much.
Then you may tell the gentle hacker, if he objects to the effluvia of tobacco smoke, he may domesticate himself in order that the adjoining parishes.
Lord, Mr. Cox, you certainly wouldn't deprive me of a lodger.
It will come to precisely the same thing, bouncer, provided I take the slightest attempt to put my pipe out. I give you warning at once, but I shan't at once give you warning.
Is there anything else you want of me?
On the contrary, I've had quite enough of it.
If I ever.
It's quite extraordinary the trouble I always have getting rid of that venerable female. She knows I'm up all night, and yet she seems to set her face against my indulging in a horizontal position by day. Now, where's that bacon? Oh, shall I swallow my nap, or no, shall I take my nap or swallow my breakfast, or... Oh, is that bacon? Oh, and a penny roll. Now to light the fire. What? Now this is too bad, bouncer. This is by several degrees too bad. I bought a full box of lucifer matches 2 days ago, and now there's only one left. I'm perfectly aware she purloins my coal, my sugar, my coals. Now, I would like to ask the opinion of any unprejudiced person here touching this candle. You'll do fine. Now, in the first place, a candle is an article I hardly require, only being at home during the day. I bought this one 2 weeks ago, and now look at it. I'm tired. Oh. I'd go to sleep if there were anyone here to turn my bacon. Maybe go turn it south.
Well, wonders will never cease. Conscious of being 11 and a half minutes behind, I was sneaking into the shop in a state of considerable excitement, when my venerable employer, with a look of extreme benevolence on each countenance, said to me, "Cox, I shall want you today. You can have a holiday." Thoughts of Graveston and Baxter, 1 shilling, instantly suggested themselves, intermingled with Greenwich for 4 pennies, and the halfpenny boats, and the 2-penny buses. Short, I'm quite bewildered. I must have my breakfast first. That'll give me time to reflect. I bought a chalk, but I shan't want any dinner. Now to light the fire. Who presumes to touch my box of lucifers? Why? It's empty. I left one in it this morning. I'll take my oath I did. Why? The fire is lighted. And the gridiron has bacon in it. No, that's too bad a bouncer. That's almost amusing a bouncer. She goes about trying to use my fire and my gridiron to cook her breakfast by. Now for my chop. I need to get my breakfast.
I wonder how long I've been asleep. My bacon! What's this, a chop? What's a chop? Mrs. Bounce is all we found. She thought to cook her breakfast on my coals, and on my gridiron, too. So much for Mrs. Bounce's breakfast. And now for my own. I better get my breakfast things.
What? The bacon again? Confound it, dash it, darn it, dang it, I can't stand this. So much for Bounce's breakfast. Who are you, sir?
If you come to that, who are you?
What do you want here, sir?
If you come to that, what do you want?
It's the printer.
It's the hatter.
Go to your attic, sir.
My attic, sir? You mean your attic, sir?
My attic? Come on like that. Look here, Miss Bounce will be received for last week's rent, sir.
Ditto, sir.
Thieves!
Murder!
Mrs. Bouncer! Mrs. Bouncer!
What is the matter, gentlemen?
Immediately turn out that printer.
Turn out that hatter! On his head!
Well, gentlemen, let's be reasonable now.
Explain.
Yes, explain. Whose room is this?
Yes, woman, whose room is this?
Isn't it mine?
No.
There, you hear? It's mine. Now leave.
No, not exactly. It's both of yours, gentlemen.
Both of ours?
Yes. You see, I thought I would have sent you work in the morning, during the day, and in the morning, and you work at night. I thought you both could use the room until my little back second floor room was ready.
When will the back second floor room be ready?
Perhaps tomorrow or the next day.
I'll take it.
So will I.
Now, gentlemen, you'll excuse me, but if you decide to do that, you might as well stay where you are.
True. I spoke first, sir.
With all my heart, sir. Don't go back to the room is yours. Now go!
Go, poo-poo.
Well, gentlemen, please try to be reasonable. There did used to be a partition here.
Then put it up.
Nay, I'll see what I can do about that little back second floor room.
What a disgusting position.
Allow me to observe, sir. If you've not had any exercise as of yet, you might as well go out and take it.
I shall do nothing of the sort, sir. However, don't let me prevent you from going out.
Don't flatter yourself. Hello, that's my role, sir.
What are you about, sir?
What am I about? I'm about to smoke.
Well,
Put down that window, sir.
then put out your pipe, sir. There. There.
Although we are doomed to occupy the same room for a few hours longer, I don't see any necessity in our cutting each other's throats.
No, that is an operation I should decisively object to.
Have a little roll, sir.
Why, thank you, sir.
Do you sing, sir?
I sometimes join in a chorus.
Then give us a chorus.
Oh, I like it.
Have you seen Post Jimin, sir?
No, sir, my wife wouldn't let me.
Your wife?
That is my intended.
Oh, just a second. I congratulate you.
Oh, you needn't trouble yourself, sir. She best come here.
Oh, I see. You've got your own little stand here inside. Cunning. dog.
No such thing. I repeat, no such thing. It's just my wife. That is my intended wife. Happens to be the proprietor of a considerable number of bathing machines.
Really? Where?
My, how curious you are.
Not at all. Go on.
Well, consequently, in the bathing season, which luckily is a rather long one, we see but little of each other. And as that is now drawing to an end, I am daily indulging in the expectations of seeing her again. Are you married, sir?
Well, not exactly.
Happy bachelor then.
No, not precisely.
Oh, a widower then.
Not absolutely.
You'll forgive me, sir, but at present I don't see how you cannot help but being one of the three.
Not help it.
It's not you nor any other man alive.
Be that as it may, but you see, I am not alive.
Will you be quiet, sir?
I'm perfectly serious. I've been defunct for the last 3 years.
I don't like joking upon such subjects, sir.
If you don't believe me, I refer you to a large, numerous, and distant consulates of your friends.
My dear sir, my very dear sir, there does exist any ingenious contrivance whereby a man can leave this world on the eve of committing matrimony and yet stop in it. I should not be sorry to know.
Oh, then I'm going to put you down as being fanatically attached to your intended.
Well, not exactly, but at present I'm only aware of one obstacle doting upon.
And that is?
I can't abide with it.
Well, then there's nothing more easy. Do as I did.
I will. What was that?
Drown yourself.
Will you be quiet, sir?
Listen. 3 years ago, it was my misfortune to captivate the attentions of a middle-aged, blooming widow. So, to escape her advances, I came to the intention of enlisting in the Blues or lifeguards.
So did I.
They wouldn't have me. They actually had the effrontery to say I was too short.
And the tie was not tall enough.
Well, I had to content myself with a marching regiment.
So did I.
I enlisted. No sooner had I done so than I was sorry for it.
So was I. Singular.
My infatuated widow offered to purchase my discharge on the condition that I lead her to the altar. I hesitated. At last I consented.
I consented at once.
Well, the day for that happy event grew near, when I found that I wasn't worthy to possess her, and told her so. But instead of being flattered, she flew upon me like a tiger of the female gender. I rejoined when something shivered into 1,000 pieces against the mantelpiece. It was the slop basin. I retaliated with the teacup, and we parted. In the morning, I was served with notice of action for breach of promise.
Well, sir?
Well, ruin stared me in the face. So I took desperate measure. I left home one morning with one set of clothes on my back and the other tied up in a bundle under my arm. I walked out to the cliffs that day. I laid the bundle down at the edge of the cliffs. I took one look down into the yawning gulf beneath me and walked off in the opposite direction.
Ingenious creature. I think I've pronounced some slight perception of your meaning. You disappeared, the suit of clothes were found.
And in one of the pockets of the coat, the waistcoat, wasn't the pantry jeans. I forget which. Was found an affecting note with these words upon it. This is thy work, O Penelope Ann.
Penelope Ann? Penelope Ann?
Penelope Ann.
Originally widow of William Wiggins,
Widow of William Wiggins.
proprietor of bathing machines
Proprietor of Baines.
at Margate.
And Ramsgate.
Then it must be she. And you? You are Box the lamented long lost Box?
I am.
I think I was about to marry the interesting creature you so cruelly deceived.
Then you are Cox.
I am.
I heard of it. I congratulate you. I give you joy. And now, I think I'll go out and take that stroll.
Stop. I shall not lose sight of you till I return you to the arms of your intended.
My intended? You mean your intended?
No, sir, yours. You propose to a close.
Yes, but see, how can she be my intended now that I'm drowned?
You are no such thing, and I wish you could use the arms of Penelope.
I have no wish to be introduced to your intended.
Very well, sir.
Very well, sir.
Permit me to call the benevolent being of my nature. I give her to you.
Generous creature, I wouldn't wrong you for the world. Good morning.
Stop!
Unhand me, Hatter. I shall cast off the land and assume the lion.
Okay.
An insult to my very face, under my very nose. You know what this means, sir? Instant satisfaction.
With all my heart, sir. Mrs. Bouncer!
What is the matter, gentlemen?
Pistols for two.
Yes, sir.
Stop, Alice, an imprudent woman. You don't mean to say you keep loaded firearms in the house, do you?
No, they're not loaded.
Oh. Well, then produce the murderous weapons at once.
I say, sir.
Well, sir,
What's your opinion of dueling, sir?
I think it's a barbarous practice, sir.
So do I. However, I don't want to object when the pistols are not loaded, however.
No, I dare say that should make some difference.
And yet, doesn't it strike you as rather a waste of time for two men to keep firing pistols at one another when there's nothing in them?
No, sir, no more than any other harmless recreation.
Why do you object to wearing Penelope Ann?
Because, as I've already observed, I can't abide them. You'd be very happy with it, though.
Oh, with the knowledge that I robbed you of such a treasure. No, Cox.
Oh, don't think of me. I shall be sufficiently rewarded with the knowledge of my box's happiness.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, then don't be absurd, sir.
I won't have her.
Neither would I.
Stop. Monstrous.
That's the first.
Suppose we draw lots for them.
The very thing I was going to propose.
Or, what do you say to dice?
Dice, by all means, with all my heart.
That's lucky. Mrs. Bounce's nephew left a pair the other night. He sometimes persuades me to throw for a trifle. And as he always throws sixes, I suspect the good ones.
I have no objection at all to dice. Last week at the bar races, I asked £1.16 and sixpence to a very gentlemanly looking man, who had the most peculiar knack of throwing sixes. I suspected they were loaded, so I gave him another half-crown, and he gave me the dice. Will you lead off, sir?
Very well, sir. Lowest roll wins.
Of course.
Very well. Sixes.
That's not a bad roll of yours, sir. Sixes.
That's a pretty good roll of yours, sir. Sixes.
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 Those are pretty good dice for you, sir.
Yours seems pretty good, sir.
Suppose we switch.
Very well, sir.
Sixes.
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 Make sure they're tired of turning up sixes, sir.
I shall go on till my luck changes.
Suppose we try something different.
Very well, sir.
What do you say we toss it?
The very thing I was going to propose.
Where's my tossing ship? Ah, here it is.
What is my lucky sixpence? I've got it.
Very well, sir.
Very well, sir.
Heads win.
Or tails lead, whichever you prefer.
It's all the same to me.
Very well. Heads I win, tails you lose.
All right. No, sir. Heads win.
Very well, sir.
Heads.
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 Heads. says Margate.
Oh, down was a tender epistle.
I know, yeah. Then read it, sir.
Me?
You don't think I'm gonna read a letter from your intended, do you?
No, no, no. It's obviously addressed to you. C-O-X.
Does that look like a C to you? Looks to me like a B.
Oh, fraction of a seal.
Goodness gracious.
Gracious goodness.
Margate, May the 4th. Sir, I hasten to convey to you the intelligence of the most melancholy accident which has bereft you from your intended wife. He means your intended.
No, yours. However, it's perfectly material, as she was obviously yours.
How can that be? You proposed to her first.
Yes, but then Now, don't let us get started on that today. Read on.
Poor Miss Wiggins, now for a short excursion in a sailing boat. A sudden, violent squall soon took place, which is supposed upset as she was found 2 days afterwards, killed up.
Poor woman.
The boat, sir.
Oh, of course.
As a man of business, I proceeded to examine her papers, amongst which I discovered her will, the following extract of which will I have no doubt will be satisfactory to you. I hereby bequeath my entire property to my intended husband. Thanks me for the happy creature.
Generous, ill-fated being.
I assure you, Cox, I can't thank you enough for your sympathy.
I'm sure, Cox, you couldn't feel more if she'd been your own intended.
If she'd been my own intended, she was my own intended.
Didn't you very properly observe just now that I proposed to her first?
To which you very sensibly replied that you'd come to an untimely end.
I deny it.
I say you have.
The fortune's mine.
Mine.
I'll have it.
So would I.
Oh, good Lord.
So would I.
It's not. That's just. Suppose we divide it.
Equally.
Equally. I'll take 2/3.
That's fair enough. I'll take 3/4.
That doesn't work. Half and half.
Very well, sir.
There's my hand on it.
Postman again?
Postman yesterday, postman today.
Mr. Clark's another letter for you from Margate. I paid 2 pence more for it.
Did you? Then I do forgive you again. Goodness gracious.
Gracious goodness.
Happy to inform you. Cross alarm.
Sudden squall, boat upset. Mrs. Wiggins, your intended,
Picked up by a steamboat.
carried to Boulogne.
Returned here this morning.
We'll start by early train tomorrow.
I'll be with you at 10 o'clock exactly. I'm sorry, but I would not for worlds interrupt the raucous meeting between you and your intended.
Stop. I'm not going to deprive you of all this. I can't show you outside.
Now it's a 2-penny omnibus. A lady's got out.
There's no mistaking that majestic person. It's Penelope-Ann.
Your intended.
No, yours.
No, sir, yours.
She's coming in the stairs.
The door.
Mr. Clark! Mr. Clark!
I just stepped out.
So did I.
Mr. Clark! Open the door! It's only me, Mrs. Bouncer!
Where's the lady?
Gone?
Upon your honor.
As a gentleman.
Yes, and she left a note for Mr. Cox.
Well, then give it to me.
Then open the door.
Slide it under. Another trifle for Margate. Goodness gracious.
Gracious goodness.
Dear Mr. Cox, pardon my candor.
But being convinced that our feelings, like our ages, do not reciprocate
I hasten to appraise you of my immediate union
with Mr. Knox.
Huzzah!
3 cheers for Knox! Ha ha ha!
Excuse me, gentlemen. The room is quite empty now.
I don't want it.
Nor do I.
What shall part us?
What shall tear us asunder? Stop! You'll excuse the apparent insanity, very much. but the more I gaze on your features, the more I'm convinced you're my long-lost brother.
The very observation I was going to make unto you, sir.
Tell me, in mercy, tell me, have you such a thing as a strawberry mark on your left cheek?
No, sir.
Then it must be he.
Of course. Of course. Between you and me, rather harsh this old house.
So am I.
Everything's so pretty and comfortable.
And the landlady, from what I've seen of her, is very anxious to please.
So she is, and I bet